Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rave Green TV. And our beloved Seattle Sounders have somehow lost to David Beckham's Inter Miami 1-0. I mean, this is just a terrible performance by the Seattle Sounders in tonight's match. I mean, it's Inter Miami. On paper, this is a team, when you go to the calendar, you say this is the team, when you're at home, you have to be getting 3 points against. I understand we had CCL midweek, but Inter Miami is a team that's up for the taking. They've only kept 1 clean sheet this season. They just recently got their first ever win at home, and that they had to end up conceding 2 goals in it. They only won that game 3-2, thanks to Campagna getting a hat trick. This is a team that the Sounders should be winning against, and unfortunately, they played absolutely terribly. I understand this is a rotated lineup, but even still, this team is out for the taking for at least 1 point, and we weren't able to get ourselves a point in the game at home against Inter Miami. Those are things you just don't want to see from us. Was Brian right to play this rotated lineup? I think yes, but I just think there needs to be a happy mixture of experience and inexperience. I mean, you're starting Jimmy Madrona's first ever game at left back, and I personally wouldn't start Jimmy Madrona as a sole left back. He's way better as a left wing back, and tonight we clearly saw why he doesn't play left back and why he shouldn't be playing left back. I think AB and Javier Arriaga, and I definitely think Javier Arriaga was our man of the match in tonight's game. He played absolutely superbly. I know they conceded, but I think the defense to midfield was a big, bright spark for us. I think Danny and Josh Atencio killed it in the midfield. I think they played absolutely amazing, but it was questionable to play Obed Vargas at right mid. Not to say he had a bad game, but I don't think Obed plays his best when he is out wide. And we have a guy like Reed Baker-Whiting that maybe actually should have started in tonight's game, who is an out-and-out winger, and he did not play in tonight's match. And unlike for a center midfielder that was playing at right mid, I mean, it was a little bit questionable. Starting Freddie and Will up top together was just a recipe for disaster, because those two guys should not be playing up top together. Freddie was not on the same wavelength as Will. Will's trying to make runs in behind, and that's not Will's strengths. I get really annoyed when I see him do that. Liao Chu's kind of doing his own thing on the left, not to say he did anything wrong, but that three is not really, he did not set it up for those three to succeed with each other. I think Will Bruin was probably one of our worst players in tonight's match. I think he was set alone to himself. There was many times where the ball was crossing the box. Not to say that he needs to be there every time, but this is his game. It's when we cross the ball, and he did not show much for me when it came to us crossing the ball. I mean, we lost, and it's upsetting. And I understand we have CCL, and I understand we're dumping our eggs in that basket. I know a lot of fans really want us to win that, but we cannot just throw the kitchen sink into CCL and throw away every single game in MLS. These points will count later on to the season, and I don't want to hear that, oh, we're a second half team, we'll bounce back in the second half of the season. This is Inter Miami. This is a team we have to be beating at least. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it. At least getting a point in this match was a bare minimum. And I understand this was not a amazing lineup, but even with this lineup, I would expect at least points out of this game. And it was extremely disappointing to see us not even get a point. And we didn't even play well. That was the worst part. It's not like one of those games where like, oh, we were unlucky. We didn't play at all well in this game. I feel like we had no offensive firepower, no creativity. And I mean, mentioned in many of tonight's fan cams, it was just hoofing the ball into the box and hoping and praying. There's no tactic there. That's not what you want to see from the Sounders. And I mean, it's just disappointing. I mean, I've mentioned it many times. I mean, I hope we have a better performance against San Jose. Now that game is a must-win 3 points for the Seattle Sounders, because, I mean, they're a team that's in dead last. I know Matias Almeida just got sacked, and they might have that new manager bounce, but they're in dead last place. I don't want to see no excuses of, oh, we had to rest players, we had to do this. This is San Jose. I get they're going to have a new coach, but I expect better from the Seattle Sounders, because we are that team that can dominate every single team, and we need to play better, because we should be the best team in MLS, and we are the best team in MLS. But tonight, I guess Inter Miami are the best team in MLS. I don't know what to say, but boys and girls, make sure to smash the like button on today's video. Drop your guys' comments on what you guys thought on tonight's match. My opinion only matters so much, but I want to hear what your guys' thoughts were, because, I mean, there's probably a big divide on what went wrong, what went right. I mean, mostly what went wrong in tonight's match. And so let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I hope you all have a lovely day.